Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and today I'm going to review this cruiser bike by Magicycle. This e-bike from Magicycle has 26-inch tires, and they're also 4 inches thick. It has a 1500 watt peak motor with a 52 volt, 20 amp hour battery. They say with the pedal assist, it can go up to 100 miles. I haven't ridden it that far because I don't really use pedal assist, but the website says it can do 100 miles with pedal assist. The top speed is 28 miles per hour, but I actually can have gotten it faster than that, and I don't mean just going downhill either. It has hydraulic disc brakes on the front and the back. It has zoom front fork adjustable hydraulics. You can adjust these to make it tighter or not with just a click up here. Actually keep mine pretty tight. Another thing about the tires is these tires are puncture resistant as well. It has a max towing capacity of 500 pounds. It has a 7-speed Shimano gear shifter and a full color LCD display. And this display is really cool because it has tons of options. If you hold down the plus and the minus buttons together, it'll take you into these options, and you can customize everything on this bike, from the wheel size, the speed limit. I went ahead and set my max speed limit to 28, but if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'll tell you something else you can do to make this bike go even faster. But you can adjust the brightness of the screen, the voltage, the dormancy. That tells your bike if you're not riding it, it'll go to sleep after so many minutes. It's not a touch screen, I don't know why I did that, but but there are so many different options on here. You can change from miles to kilometers. You can set a password on this so that every time you turn it on, you have to enter a password. That way no one can just turn your bike on and ride it off. Reset it back to factory settings, display, and exit. So right out of the box, this comes with 7 levels of pedal assist, but you can adjust that in the menu, which I have done. I changed mine to 3, so it only has 3 levels of pedal assist. I like to get going as fast as I can, as soon as possible. This Magicycle bike also comes with keys, so you can lock up your battery or unlock it and take it off to ensure no one steals it. That is a huge battery. I think I mentioned it's 52 volts, 20 amp hours, so you'll get a lot of riding out of this thing. Here we go. This battery also has a battery indicator built into it. So if you just have the battery off the bike, you can press this button and it will tell you how charged it is. It has a very bright LED headlight on the front of it. I'll show you that more when the sun goes down so you can really see how bright it is. And right here, located on the front forks, there's a place where you can add accessories and things like that. Other than the front headlight, it also has a rear tail light so that people can see you at night when you're riding. The seat is also adjustable, and this rack says it carries up to 25 kilograms, and it comes with these bungee cords built in, so you can snap stuff down on there if you need to carry it. I would like to get a cargo rack with this, because as of right now, for the kind of videos I make, I do camping videos, I can't carry all my gear with me. So if I got a big rack for this, this would be super cool to go camping with. But I'll tell you what I think it's really great for and really meant for. What I think it's really meant for, and what I've had the most fun doing, is taking it off-road. Because of the big 26-inch tires, there's almost nothing I can't go over. So we'll go ahead and give it a ride right now. I can show you what I mean. And there's something else really, really cool about this bike that I've never seen before. Well, I'm sure it's out there, but I've never had a bike that has this before. But I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. But let's take this thing for a ride. specs on this bike say that it is good for someone from 5'5" all the way up to 6'5". I'm about 5'11" for reference. As far as charging goes, all the way from dead to 100% takes about 4 to 5 hours. So the sun is set. I'm gonna take this bike off-road and just give you a view of how bright this headlight is. It is really, really good. Check out how bright this headlight is. It's like a spotlight, honestly. That is crazy. I think that's like an actual magnifying lens or something on the front of it. So far, I haven't found a hill yet that this bike won't climb. And it doesn't take much effort either. Like, that felt like nothing. Okay, we're gonna do a quick brake test. I'm gonna get going at a pretty good speed, and then we'll slam on our brakes and see how quickly this thing will stop. Whoa, that was fast. This bike has the standard side kickstand, which I really like on my other bike, that it has a middle kickstand, but honestly, I've had no troubles with this whatsoever. Keeps the bike very upright, so there's really no chance of it falling over. Like I said, I've had zero problems with that. The only thing that has happened since I've had this bike is one time it just stopped going. I turned it off, turned it back on, and that has never happened again. I'm not sure why it did that, but I just figured I would tell you about it. Other than that, that's the only thing even remotely negative I could say about it. It even has a little bell. Here's a place where you can put an accessory like a cup holder, phone holder, a bag, any of those things. The seat is fully adjustable and it goes up pretty high. When I put it up to its full height, and I'm 5'11", if I put that all the way up, my feet will not touch the ground. This thing was also very easy to put together. I think it took me maybe 10 minutes to put the whole thing together. A big part of that is because it comes with a quick release for the tire. So if you pull this, a pin will come all the way out and your tire will drop right off, which would be very handy for traveling with the bike, especially if you didn't have a bike rack. There's one other thing I didn't tell you about yet that I think is really cool on this bike. Right on the front, on the LCD display, there is a USB charging port, which comes in really, really handy. It's great to charge your phone off of, but for me and for other content creators, it's really useful because it's like a giant battery bank, and you can recharge your cameras, rechargeable fans, or lights, anything else you have that needs charging, you can charge it off of this thing. And this is a huge battery, so you'll have plenty of energy to spare, unless you're going the 100 miles that it says it'll go. Then you might not want to use up any of your battery. The bike frame is made out of 6061 aluminum, which from what I understand is pretty tough. I've been riding this thing pretty hard and so far, no hiccups. So, final thoughts on the bike. I really like it. I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't. And honestly, when I get offers for things like these, I go and do a lot of research before I ever accept them, just to kind of, make sure that I'm not going to get something that is junk. My final thoughts, I really, really like it. I would recommend it for anyone who wants to go off-roading. I mean, it's fine on streets, sidewalks, all that stuff too, but where it really shines is on hills, in the grass, going over gravel, things like that. I'd recommend this to just about anybody for anything. I will say though, if you are extremely short, even though a 5'5" person can ride this thing, if you are very short, have short legs, or if you have hip problems, anything that restricts you from lifting your leg, then you probably want to go with their step-through model and not the step-over model, because I'm 5'11" and it's a pretty good lift to get over the top of this bike. It's no problem for me, but I could totally see that being a problem for someone who's not that tall or has any kind of problems with their knees or hips or anything like that. If this thing had a rack on it, which you can get racks and all kinds of accessories on their website, magicycle.com. If this had a rack on it, I would actually probably take this camping with me a lot more than I do my other bike, because this one is faster. I really love my other bike, and it's because it's a cargo bike. But if I had a rack, I would take this camping a lot. It's supposed to only go 28 miles per hour, but if you go into the settings, you can change the wheel size, and that will make it go about 3 to 4 miles faster. I've gotten this thing up to 34 miles per hour. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Anyways, but I really, really like this. My son loves riding e-bikes. He's probably 5'8", I would say, and he's been riding this one, and I've been riding my other one, and he really likes it too. So kids have no problem riding it. But again, if you have a child that's really short, it may be a little bit of a struggle to ride this thing, because not only do you have to step over it, you have to be able to put your feet on the ground as well. That's going to do it for me, guys. I will leave my code so you can get a discount on this bike and a link to this bike in the description below. I will see you guys next Friday for a stealth camping video. Bye, everybody.